Hello. On this call, we will review the Opportunities form. When you log into CRM, you will be able to review your opportunities by simply going to the Opportunities tab. You can sort them by salesperson, direct report, or division. By doing that, you'll pull back various results, and you'll be able to drill down into the specific form. You can open up the form by double-clicking on the form. The Opportunities form is composed of 4 parts: the table view over on the left-hand side, the header information at the top, the tab options at the bottom, and the right buttons. The table view is simply just a tabular version of the information that you see on the form. If needed, you could export it to Excel, so you have that information a lot easier to work with there. In the header information, you're going to find pertinent information such as customer, salesperson, status, and other things. When an opportunity is created, there are a few auto-generated fields. This includes the opportunity ID, and if your division is currently working with their own individual Sightline site, there will also be a division opportunity ID. These most likely will not be the same, as the opportunity ID has to be unique amongst every single division, so there could be duplicate division opportunity IDs, but yours is specific to your division. Your division is auto-populated when you create a new opportunity. If your opportunity was formed from a lead, you would also have a lead ID that would be visible here. On the opportunity field in the header area, there are certain mandatory pieces of information. The first is the description, which tends to be your title or the name of your opportunity. Your division might have specific rules for creating a description. For example, they might ask for the product name and then the product number, or the product ID and then a certain quantity. Please ask your division for your rules if there are some. Other mandatory information includes the customer and the customer bill to, which is usually assigned based on when you're creating the opportunity. And if it came from a lead, that information would be carried over. A salesperson is always assigned to the opportunity, and a contact is assigned to the opportunity as well. The available contacts depends on what contacts are cross-referenced to the customer when it's set up. So you cannot assign a contact that is not already cross-referenced to your customer. Other mandatory information on the opportunities form include the source, where did the opportunity come from, the status, so where is it basically in the pipeline, the stage, so how in the pipeline is it working. These are the mandatory fields. Optional fields here include things such as campaign. So if your company has available campaigns in the system, you'd be able to select that, as well as you can mark if a thing is NDA applies or protected opportunity. The difference between this is that an NDA applies if checked is visible to anyone in your assigned division as well as sales leaders in other divisions. A protected opportunity is only visible to those people in your division. You could also mark the opportunity as hot, which would then put it on your company's hot list. The third section of the opportunity form is the tab view down here at the bottom. Starting with the General tab, there's again some mandatory information that must be provided on the General tab. This includes the estimated value, so how much is your opportunity worth, the close percentage, how likely is your division going to win this sale. Just as an FYI, depending on what you choose for stage, that will auto-populate what the close percentage is. So for example, qualified is 20%, quote is 40%, negotiate is 60, committed is 80, and booked is 100. However, if you feel that it's simply qualified, but you'd like to rank it higher, perhaps at 40%, you are able to edit this field. Next is project probability. So how likely is the customer going to go through with this sale? An example of this would be a budgetary quote that is a machine quote for over $10,000 must be entered into the global CRM system. But if your customer is saying it's simply a budgetary quote and they don't plan on going through with it, you could assign it a low project probability. Project probability can only be assigned 20, 40, 60, 80, or 100%. The next mandatory field is currency. Your organization will have a default currency, most likely US dollars, but you can also select Canadian dollars or euros. You must assign a projected close date when you think the opportunity will close, and a ProMock product will also be assigned. Again, this is a specific dropdown that was predetermined for your organization. You can put other pieces of information into the general tab, such as any notes or any next steps. If there are any tasks linked to the specific opportunity, you will see that under the task tab. If your organization is using our quoting tool, you will be able to see any quoting estimates that you have generated through the system listed under here. Any orders linked to that opportunity will also be visible. Any known competitors that have been added into the system through the right buttons up here would be visible under the competitors tab. The auditing tab shows a record of what has happened to this opportunity. So anytime a change is made, a change date is applied, the person who changed it is noted, the field that was changed was marked, and the old and new values are saved. So you'll be able to track the life of this opportunity that occurs in Global CRM. If there should be a commission split on the opportunity, you can note it here with other salespeople in your division. Note this has no actual impact on commission calculations. And finally, the customer address allows you to review both your customer ship to and your customer bill to full addresses. As up on the top, simply having the number might not be helpful, but here you can ensure that the customer information is correct. The final section of the opportunities form are the right buttons over here. To start is estimates. You can click this to view a table form of any estimates associated with the opportunity. On customer orders, you can open up any orders associated. If you wanted to add a new competitor, you could do that by hitting competitor and enter in the competitor ID for this opportunity. If you needed to add a new contact, you could do that by quick contact, opening up the form, creating the contact, and then you'd be able to select the contact over here on the left-hand side. If you wanted to record any sort of interactions, you would be able to do that through the interactions button. If your organization is using our ProMock quoting tool, you would use the division estimates form to launch that quoting tool. If your division is not set up for our quoting tool, this button will be grayed out. You can assign yourself also calendar appointments and user tasks for this opportunity through the last two buttons. This is again a general overview of the opportunities. Please refer to the PM Knowledge Center if you'd like to learn how to enter new opportunities, edit new opportunities, or close them.